Hello and welcome to this learning session on the Moore Industries model STA configuration software. Today we'll be talking about the temperature programmable version of the STA. And right now, as you can see, my STA I'm connected to is running. It's currently monitoring and it's reading, as you can see down here, about 100 degrees Celsius. And when the instrument is operating and the software is monitoring it, it throws up this summary screen so you can always see how all your other settings have been set. So as soon as you stop, you can go back to the input. Now you can change your settings. But when you're when you're actively monitoring, you'll be able to see the summary there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this overview. As you can see here, the name of the instrument is the instrument software is up here, so it's STA configuration software. We have a standard menu bar, as Windows always shows, file, view, transfer, and a lot of these functions are carried down here to the toolbar. So by example, if you want to see transfer, you can do an upload and download, but that's the same as these up and down arrows right here. Okay, and we'll discuss these in detail a little bit. The sync status that you see here, you notice I have a green light. That means the configuration software is the same as you see on the screen as it is in the instrument. If you change something on the screen, it'll notify you that you are now out of sync. So let's just change something easily, like the filtering from 60 hertz to 50 hertz here, and you notice that goes out of sync. Okay, we'll put it right back here, and it's back in sync. So when you see that as yellow, it's an indication that something has changed in the configuration, and before you shut down the software, you should do a download, which is going to download that current configuration from your screen into the instrument. Okay. All right, here program status is idle. That's because I'm not operating. Right now I'm not monitoring, so if I go to monitoring, you can see it's uploading. Now it says monitoring, and you can read our current temperature right down here. Stop that once again. I'll tell you how the reset input fault. If you get a fault alarm, there are two ways to clear the fault. One is you have to go to the instrument and push the reset button for the fault, or you can do it from the software as long as you're connected via from your PC to the STA with a cable. Okay, I can show you that real quick. We'll be monitoring the input, and then we have a tragic, something happens to my sensor down here, and it says the wires are broken. And so if we stop monitoring, we can then just reset the fault from here. I fixed the sensor while I was talking, and it allows it to go back to green. Down here we have the variables. The primary or process variable right now is about 100 degrees. You can see the actual 99.952. Analog out. This instrument does not have an analog out option. You don't see it up here in the tabs, and it'll say just not applicable in this column here, or this row here. And the RJC, being I'm currently using an RTD input, the RJC is not applicable either. So if I were to change it to a thermocouple, then we'd be able to read the temperature of the reference junction. And down here we have, this is all very good information down here. The safety trip alarm, STA device info. This gives you your complete model number of the instrument that's attached. The device ID is the serial number of the device that is attached. And then it gives some revision numbers here. Hardware revision 2, firmware revision 1.4. And that's important sometimes if you call for support or service that you know these numbers. At the very least, we're going to need to know the serial number. Okay. And lastly, we have communication status is okay. So it's been working just fine as long as this light is green. Because right now it's not active. We're not talking to the instrument. The instrument's not talking to us. When we start it up, we'll see a progress bar here as data starts to go over the wire, and we'll see this light brighten up. Here it goes. So you can see it's green there, and it's strobing as it receives packets of data. and the progress bar is full. Yeah. We'll stop right there. There'll be other learning sessions that cover all the separate tabs here, including input scaling, display, alarms. You already saw the summary tab. Also, we'll have one for the analog output. This particular instrument I have attached to it right now does not have the analog output option, but we'll show you one with the analog output option so you'll know how to configure that. So if you need any of those, they'll all be in separate learning sessions, and just choose the one that's appropriate for whatever amount of help you need. And good luck with that. You can always call us for assistance too. Thank you for listening.